Hi, everybody. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody. Welcome to Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Well, as you can see, we changed up our opening a little bit. And Sunny is off to my side here, being good so far.
So far. Hi, Kim. Hi, Nia. Josephine.
Nivea.
I'm sorry.
And Flower Girl, hi, Nivea. Welcome. Combobulated, I
My
see.
sweet Christina. All right.
Mama T, I know
Mama
you can't
T.
stay.
Happy
That's
Easter.
all right. Happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter to everyone.
Well, we've been having some fun with the April Fool stuff, but it's back to
We'll throw a
back to
general
business
reading in there
as
for you,
usual.
sure.
Stay here, Sonny. You know the drill. See how he tried to dive bomb? Patton! Hello, Patton.
Hi, Patton. Happy Easter.
Are you sticking around for a bit?
We'll do that general reading for you, Mama T.
Oh, yeah, we can do a general reading. Let me get you on.
You can just come back to it.
I'm going to put you on after Patton here. We got a nice show today, and we're back to business as usual. We kind of mixed it up on Thursday and did the opposite of what we normally do for April Fool's Day. We did 3 Lenormand and then 2 tarot to enhance the reading, but we're back to doing our 3-card spreads, and tarot spreads, and the Lenormand to enhance. So, Mr. O, what kind of decks do you have today?
Okay, well, today I have my, let's see, Tarot of the Mermaids, and my Tarot of the Cat People. So it's kind of like a fish fight, a cat fight. And then I have my Golden Dawn Tarot, which I'll bring out of the bag in a little bit.
Wow.
And you?
And me? Well, I'm using the decks I used last Thursday one more time. I'm going to mix up decks every week, get something new going here. But today I've got, again, the Guardians of... I've got this big deck, but it's beautiful. The Guardians of the Night Tarot. I'm going to pull up the beautiful Ace of Cups. That's by MJ Cullinan. Love this deck. It's just beautiful. I also have today, let me pull it, the wonderful Totem Animal Tarot with the beautiful artwork by Eugene Smith. There's the moon in that deck. So awesome. And finally, my last deck is the...
Thanks, Mama T. We'll see you later.
Take care, Mama T. We will do your reading. We have the Page of Cups from the Tarot Grand Luxe by Ciro Marchetti. And finally, my Lenormand is... I switched that up this week. I'm going to be using for a little bit, the Pixies Astounding Lenormand by Edmund Zabrowski. And the thing about this deck is it uses Rider-Waite symbology on Lenormand cards, which is kind of cool. It's really kind of a nice concept, so I'm going to be using that. And I think it's time for a collective reading, isn't it?
Why, most certainly.
For Easter today, for everybody, I'm going to be reading from the Tarot of Affirmations by Sally D. Hill. And of course, it's just Rider-Waite, artwork, Pamela Coleman. But the beauty of this deck is it's all affirmations. We all deserve some good, positive stuff for, at least some, for our Easter Sunday.
A luxury Easter egg. That sounds pretty scrumptious.
We have lots of candy here in the bunny bowl.
Yes, if you notice that the camera is always turned towards the card scene...
Oh, no, I wasn't. See, he caught me at a weak moment. Get back here. Come on.
It's because I'm eating jelly beans.
Over here. There you go. Stay there. Now you. Wow, okay, so he's drawn for us the 6 of Coins. So the affirmations, if one of these affirmations relates to you, then, keep it in mind. So here's the first one. I am the ability to give and receive. I have learned that both are required for a balanced life. I have learned to manage the resources at my disposal and to share the overflow with others. I give according to my means, believing there is enough for all. I have learned to ask for what I need. I believe in the power of shared resources. I am the satisfaction that comes from using my gifts and talents to benefit those in need. What a nice card for this holiday. That's kind of a nice sentiment for us all.
When I was a kid, I remember, Patton, getting these chocolate eggs that were like maybe about that big, like maybe a third the size of a football, the American football. And they were chocolate coated, but inside they had this really hard kind of sugary, creamy composition. Do you remember those?
No.
You kind of had to dig at them, and they were very sweet.
Wow, I don't remember those.
And then as I grew up, I don't remember seeing them anymore. So I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. Interesting, though.
Hey, Dr.
Hope you enjoy it.
Happy Easter to you as well.
Thank you, Dr. Victor.
Okay, so I've got a list here. We're going to start counting people's names off. We'll take the names in order. If you're not here when your name is called, we will, of course, give you some time. But if you don't respond, we'll put you at the bottom of the list. So here we go. We have My Sweet Christina is first today. Flower Girl was second. Then there was Merwin, Josephine, Nivea, Kimbobulated, Patton, Mama T, and Dr. V. It's good to see you here, Merwin. Welcome back.
The holiday is called Easter, but Easter eggs are one of the snacks or treats that are given in various forms. Sometimes people just dye in colors hard-boiled eggs. Sometimes people get chocolate-shaped eggs. They're really like chocolate in the shape of an egg. And various other sweets or other snacks.
Oh, okay. I know. I'm just listening to you.
Oh, you had that look of annoyance.
I didn't think I did.
Okay, I guess I'm sensitive today.
He's very sensitive,
Easter.
Mr. O. He had to, for all of you who were not watching and you should, our Material Matters show and our Emotional Exchanges video, one comes out on Friday, Mr. O's show, and my Material Matters comes out Sunday mornings. We swapped roles for April Fool's Day, literally. Yeah,
so I did her Material Matters readings and she did my Emotional Exchanges readings.
It was a lot of fun. We had fun with it.
Yeah, it was kind of cute.
So do check the videos out. They're still posted and they're still relevant for the week ahead.
All right, so I see we have our first question.
Yep. Just recently, I take it then, MS, My Sweet Christina.
We were watching a ghost show last night that was kind of interesting.
I finally got Discovery Plus so I could catch up with some of my favorite ghost shows like The Dead Files, but really, that show does creep me out sometimes. Even me.
Yeah, there was some creepy haunting there.
Definitely some stuff going on. But
okay,
anyway.
my deck?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use my...
so how do you want to do it?
My Golden Dawn? Well, probably as a 3-carder.
Okay,
and then we'll take it from there, yeah.
And did they go away?
I'm not sure about the spirit box thing. Maybe.
I might. I mean, I would do a spirit box to try it out, sure.
Yeah, I guess I would, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while since, I've been in what I felt was a haunted home not too many years back, but within the last 5-7 years.
Hi, Sonali. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Sonali, welcome.
Ouija board? Well, I have experience with Ouija boards. I'm not necessarily frightened by them.
Didn't do that right. Ouija boards or talking boards, I used to use as a child with my aunt, and we never had any serious problems. But my aunt was very, very uber Catholic, and she just got scared of them. I don't know why.
Thanks, Sonali.
Never felt anything in her house from her using them. So I don't know. I think it was just, her a thing. But I don't know if I would use them in a haunted house. I'm not I'm not there to ask for trouble or for the wrong kind of spirits to appear. I just say it's all in your intent using that board and how you use it. I would rather use the board and try to access my higher self rather than, other spirits through
From
it.
my point of view, if there's a reason why a spirit wants to get in touch with you, they will. Otherwise, I'm not sure that I would personally want to try to provoke it, but it depends on various situations.
Yeah.
So back to my sweet Christina. Okay, we have your 3 cards. Your first card is the Empress reversed. And then we have Death reversed. So we might have to look at that one more allegorically, maybe. I don't know. And then finally, we have the Sun upright.
Well, it's really interesting combination here because
It
the
is.
sun, kind of does make things a little less scary. The sun is, a positive card when it shows up. It can just kind of, I'm not going to say nullify the effects of negative cards, but it kind of mutes it a bit. So what do you think here? I'm looking at, what do you think?
Well,
Both of this is kind of stagnant energy.
yeah, it's possible that maybe there is something that is trapped there or caught there, and maybe they're seeking an intervention from a person like yourself or from somebody to take them towards the light or to help them find the light. So maybe there's a possibility, is what this is saying to me. I think I see that idea mostly with death reverse, because it sort of is a stagnation. And if we think of death as a cycle, life, death, rebirth, if it's reversed, then this cycle is stalled. And so maybe that's suggesting to me that some sort of spirit, or maybe it's an entity, doesn't want to leave the area or doesn't want to move beyond. Now, see, if we were talking about ghosts or spirits, they should naturally move eventually.
Yeah, I'm sensing it may be stuck. That's really, when I look at the Empress reversed in death, I don't think it's deliberately staying around. I think it's stuck.
Do you think it's stuck because it's not necessarily a human spirit, like it's a different kind of spirit?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That I'm not sure.
Because that throws me off.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's stuck, and maybe it's trying to get attention in a very not so good way. And, it's possible, I'm looking at that sun and I'm thinking, did you mention that? I guess you're right. Maybe it's trying to go. Maybe it wants to go. Maybe it needs that nudge.
Are you talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it
see,
needs
to
go
me,
towards the light.
because maybe the idea of the Empress reversed is suggesting that it does have some things, some baggage of some sort that's keeping it stuck here. But possibly there would be a way to make it, find its way beyond. Hi, Angel. We were speculating on whether or not your library would be open today, so now we know.
It's academic library. Easter, yeah, they would be open.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you.
That could be. It could be. With the Empress there, you never know, really. I mean...
yeah, I know. You're right.
I think there is a feeling that it's trying to get attention of some sort, or it's trying to engage for some reason.
Let me see what this Lenormand might add to this. As always, you've opened with a really good question here, my sweet Christina. Let's see what we got. All right. Wow. I would try to get rid of it. Here we have the mountains. And right after it, we have the mice. I think there is going to be some trouble trying to move it on. There's blocks here. For some reason, and maybe it you know what? Maybe it kind of likes, I might have to backtrack a little bit, my sweet Christina. Maybe it likes stirring up a little trouble here for you.
Well, the only thing that really bothers me is that Empress reverse. Like, I sort of feel like there's this idea that there's a purpose, and maybe the purpose is not a good purpose, but I just sort of feel there's a design here for some reason. I can't really put my finger on it. It may have been why I actually wondered if it was even a human spirit, like maybe it's just some sort of mischievous earthbound entity, or even possibly poltergeist, but I don't really feel that way. I don't feel it's poltergeist. But I agree with Banshee that there's this idea that it probably wants to stick around,
Yep.
it would be avoiding.
Well, I think you need to try to move it on somehow, you know?
So I don't know if you're acquainted with doing things with smudging or anything like that.
And telling it, you know, to please move on. This is not your house. You know, you need to move on. Try to get it out as best you can, or seek some guidance from somebody in your area to be able to do so.
In nearly all traditions that embroider upon some sort of idea about spirits and their relation to us, the idea of salt sort of dispelling spirits, especially negative ones, is usually present. So no matter what cosmology you might feel, or even if you're more atheistic, just maybe throwing a little salt in water with intent and asking whatever you believe in to dispel this energy. If you feel it is harmful, just walk around your room or that particular area you've mentioned. If you want to be more ritualistic about it, I would say start in the east and move clockwise all the way back around to the east. But however you feel good doing it, if you want to call on an archangel or whoever, that would probably work.
And that's what we have for you, my sweet Christina. Good luck with that. We already have Flower Girl's question, and then Merwin's next. Josephine, Nivea, Kimbobulated, Patton. We'll do Mama T's reading then. Dr. V, Sonali, and Angel Rivera.
All right, and I do blather on, so thanks for reining me in there, Banshee.
I don't think I can.
Okay, so it's your deck.
But that's all right. It was good advice. Okay, so what are we doing? What's coming up in the next few weeks? That's right. Let's go to this one. All right.
Oh, dear. Oh, I see a brief break. That also.
Yeah, one of our universities, bigger ones in the area, as a matter of fact, my alma mater, is thinking they're watching the next few days figures with the coronavirus, which is just escalating at a bad rate here. They're thinking of going back to virtual for a couple weeks till it settles down. So we'll see how that goes.
And this next week, my public library that I'm now working at was supposed to open for increased hours and more time for people on computer, and they have changed their mind.
Did you drop all my cards?
I only dropped 2 of them.
And those are very thin, so be careful.
But they changed their mind, and they're going to stick with the current protocol, which is a certain amount of people and a certain amount of time in the library.
Yeah, I mean, well, I just saw an interesting story today about the fact that they think the difference between the southern half and the northern half of the United States right now is that it's warmer in the southern half and people are doing more outside than in, and it's those of us in the northern half that where it's still cold that are getting, you know, this resurgence of the virus. And I thought that was an interesting theory.
Just wanted to make sure nothing was on the ground.
Actually, I know, that's why I waited. So. Okay, Flower Girl, what's coming up in the next few weeks? Well, some challenges. We've got some sword cards here. We've got the 5 of Swords reversed. We have the Sunny is been canceled. We have the 7 of Swords upright. My ears are about to fall off trying to stop him. And then we have the King of Pentacles reversed. So I think there's going to be some challenges, Flower Girl. I don't know, maybe in the material realm of life. Maybe with some decisions that you have to make that might be more business or career or, you know, education oriented. I'm just not sure here.
Well, it sounds like you're bound to try to affect some cleverness on your part. But there's some energies that are kind of stressful, strifeful. You may find that you're bickering with different people, or they're bickering with you. There's conflict going on. I'm not sure that it's really necessarily engaged with anything you do as a vocation or work, though it could be. It could just be people that you normally meet in your environment. Maybe it's just this aura right now, but mostly I think you're put in the position of trying to be a little more clever than other people right now, that maybe You have your own sense that wherever this conflict is, the conventional wisdom others may have just doesn't seem right to you, and so you're willing to maybe go it yourself, or at least, pull back a little bit and see what options you have.
Well, and maybe that cleverness card, which I think we're talking about the Seven of Swords, right?
Uh-huh.
So the Seven of Swords is maybe saying to you, Flower Girl, that, it would be wise to avoid conflicts this week. And maybe in particular with people who you might feel are not doing their fair share of something, are shirking some responsibilities, whether this is at work or on the home front. And so, but they might be a little bit touchy about this. And it's like a no-win situation to even try to confront them on this.
Oh, yeah, no-win situation there with that Five of Swords reversed, yeah. So, yeah, I agree with what Banshee says, too, more or less. I think it's kind of a gestalt of us.
So be aware, there might be somebody for whatever reasons, and maybe they have some valid reasons, and maybe you think you're trying to be clever or whatever to get them to kind of nudge them on, but use that cleverness in a different way. Just let it pass for now, Don't do any more than you need to do, but don't beat on them for not doing their part. They may have their reasons.
And that's what I think, too. There's a stubbornness involved that indicates that you're probably not going to go really far with trying to use logic, so you just may have to go your own way, and eventually they may come around.
Yeah. So just have to see how it goes. Let me try some Lenormand and see if we can get any more info about where this is coming from. Sorry. Sunny's here, but now further off to my side.
222.
Is it?
That's what Flower Girl says.
Yep, it is. Okay.
So we have the star, the Lenormand star. And then we have... Oh, this is that one that looks like the images from the tarot. You said that before, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The tree.
The tree. And so I think, I don't know if this is related to health, well-being, or might be indicating that this is coming from family situations. But I really feel like, it's not going to be a big deal. It's something that will pass, so long as you don't make a big issue of things, I think.
I'm going to go with Banshee on this one, too, that I sort of feel these cards kind of, set a softer tone, a gentler tone, like, the earnestness is not necessarily there. And that maybe it's just a matter of somebody, perhaps yourself, just implying the need for folks to contemplate all the goodness that's still there, the
things
what
like
is
the
between
potential
you.
for growth, right, and
What is
positive
between you?
energy.
You saw what I did there?
I did. You're sneaky. No, that's good, Mr.
Yes.
O.
And
Hey, Sanjib has
hi,
joined us.
Sanjib. We were hoping we'd hear from you.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm so glad you enjoyed the reading. You're welcome. And we did a reading, private reading for Sanjib. And also, we will be happy to add you to the list today. It's a little bit long because it's Sunday, but we'll get to you.
So thanks for joining us. And that's what we have for you, Flower Girl.
And hey, so...
Merwin
is next, and Merwin's got her question already, so we're moving down the list. Merwin, and then Josephine, and then Nivea, Kimbobulated, Patton, Mama T, Dr. V, Sonali, Angel Rivera, and Sanjib. And you know what, Sanjib, if you can't wait and you want to just type your question, we will do it, and then you can watch the video later.
Yeah, I'll try to give you a heads up on where it might be, half an hour before the end, whatever it is.
But if you can hang with us, that's great.
And thanks again for the reading. Okay, so I'm going to use the Tarot of the Cat People for Merwin's question.
All right.
And I think we should go with our normal 3 cards and see what that leads us towards.
Okay, so same line of work that I currently do or a new industry. All right, let's see. I like your Cat People deck.
Me too.
I don't know know why I never got one.
Guess what? It's time for me to eat some jelly beans. How can you tell? Because I turned the camera off of me.
This man should admit that he has a problem. He has a jelly bean addiction.
He's piling them in right now.
He is. He even dropped one.
Where? Where? Who, me? I love jelly beans.
He does.
Perfect indeed.
Ah, there. Perfect cards. Maybe. Okay, 8 of Wands. Reversed. But we'll talk about that. Uh-oh. Queen of Cups reversed. That's reversed.
5 of Pentacles.
Well, this is an odd hodgepodge of cards for a positive work reading, but I would say to make something out of this is what if it'll be in a different industry. I'm not sure. You know, with the 8 of Wands reversed, it almost sounds like it might be similar, like the same.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling like it's a different pace for sure.
It's a different, absolutely a different pace. I feel like things might be a little bit slower. It seems like there might be some healing, but will it be emotionally fulfilling enough for you? That is my question.
It may actually be emotionally challenging.
Yeah.
Because there may be, not many, but maybe a couple of personalities, more than one, who have neediness of different sorts or who have issues, and maybe they're a little bit dramatic. I just sort of get a sense of drama maybe with that card and connected with that one. So the pace may be slower, maybe more comfortable, but the other side of that may be that you might not feel as totally comfortable with the overall environment.
Well, and it's interesting to me, Merwin, if I'm just thinking sometimes of face value of the cards in relation to your reading, the 5 of Pentacles is kind of a card of healing, which might again indicate to me that it is in healthcare. You know, I mean, if I had to say, but we'll see if anything comes up in the Lenormand to verify that. And
I do sort of feel it probably is in the same industry.
I just kind of feel that, but I have to agree that I think you'll feel that there's not as much stress. You're able to, you know, go slower on this job. All right, let me go see what the Lenormand might add to this. I wonder also with the Queen of Cups reversed, if I put the 5 of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups reversed, is it possible it might be in the counseling or mental health arena that you could be doing something?
That's an interesting
I don't know.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that regardless of the emotional toll, look what you've got here, Maureen. You've got the heart. So it'll be a heart doctor. No.
Well, maybe it just indicates that this is where you can excel because of the emotionality and how you might be drawn into working with clients or people.
I think what it means is you're going to love the change. It's a fresh start for you. Look at the stork is here.
Yeah, I like
that. So I think this is a good positive change that, you know, you will love. You know, you will love it for that. You need the change.
Sometimes I can look at the 5 of Pentacles reversed as indicating like you see the light. You know, like somehow things do resolve when you see the light. And I see the Sun Man is here. Come on, you can sit here.
I can't believe he did it. He found a way to get by Mr. O, even though I tried to block him off.
Now sit. Sit, you. That's right. You sit.
Oh, well. Okay. I tried. I did my best. But he's back. All right. So that's what we have for you, Merwin. It's interesting. I have a feeling, too, that it might not happen right away. But I don't know. That's stork. That stork makes me question what I just said. Something is going to come, and you will love it.
Sure, hope so, because I bet you've been looking for that. Some good change that way. So thank you.
All right, Merwin, you are finished. And Josephine, you are next. Hi, Josephine. And then Nivea, Kimbobulated, Patton, Mama T, Dr. V, Sonali, Angel Rivera, and Sanjib.
Kitty.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
You're welcome.
Good luck with that, really. I'm glad that your mentor found that for you or sees that happening. I think it's a good sign. Oh, awesome question. Did you use your deck or did I use mine?
We used one of mine.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if I used the Guardian. Well, I'll use that one next. Well, congratulations on finishing school. I bet
That's
you're
right.
excited about that.
Congratulations, Josephine.
My son went back to school.
Thank you, Dr. Victor.
Oh, thank you, Dr. V. Well, Patton, after Josephine, there's 2 more people in front of you. We are moving along on this Easter Sunday. We have a nice little feast planned. I got a small turkey breast that's already cooked. Really, we're just going to be heating it up.
Some mashed potatoes.
Some barbecue meatballs.
Some green beans.
Some green beans.
Bye, Merwin. Good luck on your recipe.
Okay, enjoy. Wow. Hold on a minute. Okay.
Okay, well, we can still do the reading, and it'll be wherever we are with that, a couple down the road, so 20 minutes or so, maybe, I'm not sure, whatever, 30 minutes. We do tend to take a time.
Did Patton put a question in?
Not really.
No. So, okay. Just wondered. So here we are with Josephine.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We have the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is upright. But then we have the Knight of Swords reversed. And we have the 6 of Cups reversed. So what does it look like after you finish school? Well, I definitely think, even though it might be a little bit slow and there might be some stumbling blocks along the way, Josephine, that you are going to be on a journey to better, that will take you eventually to better things.
You are basically moving into a new territory for yourself. It may not be dramatically new, like a revelation, but you clearly are leaving a part of yourself behind. Some of that may bring a sense of regret to you, or at least a sense of nostalgia. You may have some doubts or fears as you're expressing there. Mixed excitement, but mostly you're moving from a foundation where you know you had the emotional support you needed as a child, so it just feels a little bit, shaky. But like Banshee says, I think that the Knight of Swords reversed indicates that maybe things will be a little slow, at least in the beginning.
Yeah, and I think the Knight of Swords reversed here is just saying, don't rush into anything. Don't make hasty decisions. Make sure that, let's say, any job or whatever you're going for is suited for you. Make sure that the decisions you make are in your best interests now. Because you did all that work. You put in all that time in your education. So make sure that what you're getting out of it is what you're truly worth. And I agree with Mr. O. I feel that with that 6 of Cups, that there's this feeling of, having to let go of some of your past is, kind of scary. And, it might bring up some self-doubts and stuff, which is all the more reason you take it slow and realize you are in so much a better place now, or you're going towards it. Just focus on the fact that you will get there.
And it may be too with that Six of Cups that, you know, you realistically look at your past childhood or whatever and realize that, you know, like everyone, it's not all a bed of roses, but you understand what that is and how that has contributed for you to become the person who is now taking your own charge.
Yep.
Right?
So let's see what the Lenormand can add to this.
He's so adorable today.
Every day. Every day.
But he's just resting on me. Yes, you
Wow. Okay. I'm not sure how to couch this one. So the cross is here, which means burdens. There are still some burdens, you know. Maybe, you know, school has taken a little bit of a toll on you.
You still owe money, tuition, things like that.
You know, the mice are here, which either means, you know, scarcity of resources or a little bit of stress or feeling under the weather. And, you know, I feel that maybe some of that will be coming to an end, but it's going to be a process. You know, it's not going to happen like right overnight when you graduate. You're going to have a little bit of a period of adjustment and some stresses to go through. But I think really that to me, I feel it very strongly here, being the first card I pulled about what's going to happen next for you. You are going to be on a journey to better times. It's just a matter of time and a little bit of obstacles getting there.
And I feel that reverse Six of Cups resonates to these two cards here, to the cross and to the mice, because I think what it's saying is that also this is your way of looking at those situations too from the past that maybe, you know, coming up was really a challenge for you to put yourself through school. Maybe you had other things you had to do too. Maybe you had to raise children or be responsible for other things.
Right.
And so now you do see how that overall contributed to you. You know, you understood your times of need, but you also understood what these challenges were and that how you hope for them, you know, to be over. So that's what we have.
So, you know, bide your time, make appropriate decisions, and you will weather this. You'll be in a better place.
We
Hey,
think
good
so.
luck with that, and congratulations again, Josephine.
Hi, Angel Mary.
Hey, Angel Mary. I'll get you on the list. It's a bit big, but we're moving along.
And you're welcome, Josephine.
We're on Nivea now. Nivea, you are up, and then Kimbobulated, Patton, Mama T, Dr. V, Sonali, Angel Rivera, Sanjib, and Angel Mary. And Patton says he wants a general when it comes his turn.
Right, and we're doing that for one or two other people too. We're just going to read their cards, and then we'll let them know later where
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
they're
You're
at.
welcome, Josephine.
Mm-hmm. So once again, thanks for joining us this afternoon here in America and maybe some other parts of the world. It is Easter Sunday, so we are celebrating at 2. Just reminding everybody we'll be on later in the week again, Thursday, Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And don't forget we have some other content going on, including fun stuff like this morning's Material Matters. Not going to say anything. You just should check it out if you can. And also my show on Friday. We did some little silly April Fool type stuff. So check it out if you're looking for a laugh and you haven't had one in a while. We are intentionally or otherwise funny.
I knocked the camera, by the way, so hopefully it'll be okay.
And we haven't heard from Nivea, so we're going to ask one more time and wait a few more seconds.
So Nivea, if you're with us, and you never know what else is coming next. I swear we're going to do a pandemic video soon. Got a few things coming. The webpage will be coming. I don't know. It depends on how I do with the vaccine this week. I was shooting for April 15th as being the start date now for the website, but if I get sick from the second shot, that might set me back a little bit, so we'll see how it goes.
We're just ferociously busy, it seems, and it's only going to get busier. So
we're happy. Well,
we're happy.
You know, we're busy, but in a setup sense. We're just trying to get everything in a row, and we finally got our taxes done.
Yeah, there's some little nibbly matters that are going on right now, but it's literally done. So there's that.
There is that. So, okay, we're going to move on and put Nivea at the bottom of the list.
And that means
And so that means we're moving on to Kimbobulated. You are up.
And I see we are joined by Jump. So good morning to Jump.
Jump. Good morning. If you're interested in a reading, I can add you to the list. It's a little long, but we could probably still get to you today.
It is your turn.
Yep, it's your turn, Kimby.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Your deck.
Sure. We'll use the Mermaid.
So for those of you who shop for tarot or divination decks from US Games Inc., they're having a 20% off sale now. It's going on, I think Monday's the last day, the 5th, and it's 20% off. I have my eyes on something called, that's not out yet, it's a pre-order. It's called the Reflective Tarot, which is a Rider-Waite colored deck, but it's got like shiny, sparkly colors. That's the best way I can describe it, I guess. It's reflective, so it shines. Probably look good on the camera here, so I think I'm going to get that one. But also, if you go to their store, remember it's US Games Inc. If you don't put the ink on, you get a completely different company. The INC at the end. Okay, I'll add you, no problem. All right, let's see. One more shuffle. You shuffled.
Mm-hmm.
So I will cut. All right. Okay, Kim, let's see what you got. Well, they're all upright and they're very interesting.
That's interesting, Kim. Thank you.
We have the 8 of Wands, and that is upright. What did Kim say? Oh! Well, speaking of relationship, we may have something to say here. We also have the 7 of Pentacles, and that is upright. I do remember telling you that with that reading.
Yeah, it was a little hokey.
And look at this. We've got the Lovers upright.
So something else may be going on, or at least an attunement to some possible attraction. It looks to me like it's coming up quick. Maybe there's an aspect here of maybe you're feeling this, or maybe it's the other person. There's somebody who maybe doesn't always move quickly. They maybe are thoughtful, or maybe they look at a long range kind of idea towards getting involved in a relationship.
Hi, Mama Lena. We will add you to the bottom of the list and try to get to you. And if you can't wait, we'll do that reading and you can check the video later. So, Mama Lena, welcome and thanks for joining us. Mm-hmm. Just a hint to new people who have come. Our Thursday nights have been very slow lately. So if you come on Thursday night between 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're more than likely to be able to get a reading from us for sure because we're slower that night. All right. You know what I'm seeing here, though, Kim B, when I see this 8 of Wands and the Lovers, it shows me that there's a lot of energy happening right now in the love and romance area of your life. There's either going to be some choices you're going to have to make. I also see you as, it seems like this is where you're putting your energy right now. This is where you're working towards finding a stable, maybe secure relationship.
But don't you feel it sort of shows that you have the option really of looking at things and not necessarily having to bring the deal home right now, to seal the deal right now? It's like you have the luxury of time and reflection in this matter.
I think he's right, because I forgot the 7 of Pentacles is upright, and basically that means that this is a period where, you feel you've done a lot. You put a lot of things in place. Now maybe it's time to just kind of sit back and let the energy flow to you. Instead of you to go out seeking it out, maybe, because of your efforts your past efforts, things are going to start happening and coming to you.
Well, or else it's a dichotomy that like there's a part of you that says, jump in, and there's another part of you that says, check it out. But it is related to this idea of, choices and attractions.
What a good point. And of course, because Lovers is about choices, maybe that is the choice. Should you just keep throwing your energy on this, or should you sit back and just wait for something more to happen, I think that's interesting too, Mr. O. Food for thought there for sure. You're welcome, Emelina.
Yes, I hope you check it out.
Right.
So we're going to do the Lenormand combobulated and see what else it may tell us. Sonny is nearly behaving like a perfect gentle kitty.
For now.
For now.
As he gets close to the camera legs. Whoa. Shuffle that again. All right. All right, let's see what we've got. Kim.
All right. Look at that. The whip.
You know what's really funny about this, Kim? I'm just going to tell you what I think. And the star here, I know you told us this already, but to me, these cards kind of speak on that. The whip is kind of a sudden, fast action. Like, you gave somebody the axe. It's not the scythe, but it's similar in that it's a fast, sudden action.
And usually it stings or it has a snap about
it. So you dumped somebody who is shown to be a liar, and I feel the stars are saying, good choice. That was very positive action you took there. Sometimes we have to act quickly, when we know something is not right.
I think that's the best way, Kim, though, is that really I think people, when they over worry about their being romantic seeming, they just sort of attach some energy to it that maybe doesn't help out. And I won't name names, but I know we've had maybe a couple people here who seem to be hopelessly feeling that they're never going to find somebody. And I think they're just contributing to that energy.
Well, and it's funny because if I looked at this, I really felt a love vibe off of this one, Kim. But I would say that if I looked at this as a work thing at all, it would be that you need to take it easy. You've been doing too much, and the choice is, do you want to keep expending energy or do you want to take a little break? It's maybe your choice, but it seems to me that, you're feeling like you need to take a break. That would be the other way I could read that.
We did lean that way, but if we were looking at this as more of a general reading, then the other idea would be that it was possibly related to work or something vocational and involvement with things, because the idea here is that maybe there's things that look attractive either way, but somewhere inside you kind of know one is really the one you should do despite appearances. And this represents the dichotomy of either waiting for it to come around, to fruitate or whatever you call that, or just diving in.
And again, in the work sphere, sometimes quick action, is necessary for moving more towards your hopes and dreams,
Seize the dream while it's hot. Grab the irons while they're hot.
Grab the iron while it's hot. That's right. Very good, Mr.
All right,
Hope.
Kim, that's what we got for you.
That's what we got for you today. Good luck.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, Patton, you are up, and that was a general for Patton.
I'll take my mermaids, and Patton is probably getting himself a nice little soak right now.
That's right. So we'll do his reading. My cards.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're welcome too, Kim. Thank you.
Next one. Okay. Why?
Uh-oh. Are they all right? Just that bottom one.
Oh, is it just that bottom one? Yes, I put that Ace of Cups back the wrong way. Okay.
And you're always welcome too, Kim. Thank you. Hello. I'm thinking about Easter dinner.
Are you getting hungry, Mr. O? There's always more jelly beans.
Yeah, I see them over there.
But
I've already made a little dent.
I'm just going to go for this dark chocolate Dove Bar egg.
Oh, I bet you are.
which to me really doesn't look like an egg. Maybe.
Okay, Patton, here's your general reading.
Oh, gosh. Dark chocolate. Sorry.
Well, I like them because they're less fattening, and I try to keep my weight down because I'm worried about getting too heavy. If I get too heavy, I might go diabetic, according to my doctor. So a lot of people in my family are diabetic, and I'm the only one that's actually not.
Well, interesting combination here. We have the Four of Cups, and that is reversed. And surprise, surprise, we have the Four of Swords, and that is reversed. Actually, this is fitting better than I thought. But then we have this Magician up reversed as well, Patton.
So we have 2 fours.
Yes, we do.
Interesting.
So, and they're both saying pretty much the
reversed.
same thing, that it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. It's time to get moving. It's time to, kind of shake off the doldrums and get back into the world of action, because you could miss some opportunities just sitting back. And the problem here is with the Magician. The Magician reverse just doesn't seem very motivated right now.
Well, I could totally relate to this if it was me, because I think that the longer I was off in quarantine and then early stages of retirement, the less motivated I actually felt. And that's just me, because I'm too emotional and I get mopey by nature, and I need to be moving around. And so maybe that's the same for you, Patton, that when you're not more engaged, it kind of adds to too much introversion thinking. You need to express yourself physically rather than have too much time to think about things. And I know it sounds kind of like silly, but the thing is that we're in a pretty depressing time right now, this last year.
And it's hard to motivate. It's hard to get our will behind anything, but it's going to be important, because opportunities come along, but it's how you act on them, that makes the difference here. And if you're just going to be lackadaisical, or maybe, you should weigh these opportunities carefully as well, and make sure, you have the skills or the necessary things in place, plans in place to carry things out.
Yeah, some of this could just be saying, too, that make your choices as, activity returns, and that not everything is going to be a good fit for you, and you have to figure out exactly what you can do or what you can be brought to doing. So some of this could just be sharpening up some skills.
This is not a time to fake it till you make it, because if you fake it, people will see through you, I think, with the Magician reversed.
That's a good point. So we're going to throw the Lenormand now. And Kim says she'll be back in a moment.
Yep.
She's just switching her laptop.
All right.
Those cards are so pretty. The Guardians of the Night. Guardian of the Night. Okay, so we have the Mountain. And we have the Child.
So, if you're not motivated enough, here's the thing. It seems like here's the blockage, the Mountain. It just seems like such effort right now to really, want to get excited about anything. Take it slow. Take it one step at a time. The Child is saying it's okay to just, I can do step A, then step B, then step C, and just take it one day at a time.
It's another way of looking at the Magician, too, because the Magician really is more about a journey towards mastery. And the thing is that there are a number of skill sets or a number of attributes the Magician needs to have. You don't get them all at once. You have to work slowly towards that. It's a process of mastery. So, yes, figure out what the little steps are that you can take to achieve, and put those, as a notch in your belt. It comes slowly, it comes when it will.
That's what we have for you, Patton. But I would just say that, if you're looking for something new to do, whether it's work, whether it's projects, something else, there's opportunities out there. Now you just have to have the will and the motivation and the drive to get it done.
Glad you made it back, Kim.
All right. So let's move on. Those are mine. I'll grab them.
Okay.
And we are on Mama T's general reading, right? She wanted a general?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to do Mama T's reading, and then Dr. V, Sonali, Angel Rivera, Sanjib, Angel Mary, Nivea, Jumped, and Mama Lena.
All right, so that's not so bad at all. Okay,
We'll
so I'm going to use the Golden
hour
Dawn.
left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll let Pat know his is about 10 minutes to the hour. The first.
Look at that. I could write a note there, too.
A lot of times me and him drop a line to each other in the Facebook area of our inbox. And you can do that, too, if you want to leave us a message, ask us a question. Or we're on Twitter, too, at TFT Tarot 4 today.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Okay, so I put Mama T's down as 257. It's 256 now, but get there. All right. So I have a very brief video of one of our cats helping me do a card reading. I'm hoping to post on YouTube soon. Stay tuned for that. And no, it was not Sunny.
Sunny is mostly, I'm here.
Well, he did nudge the cards with his head for our intro. That was kind of cute. He did grab a card.
I think that other cat is more interested in looking at a card and seeing what it says. All right, Mama Teresa, this is your general reading.
All right.
So we have the Emperor upright.
Woohoo.
Oh, we have Judgment.
Upright.
Love those pretty colors.
Yeah.
And then we have the reversed Five of Wands.
Why are you being sad? See, we have different reasons about the Five of Wands.
Well, I think it just says that mostly you're in a little bit of, emotion to move and advance yourself, and maybe you're a little bit working with the competitive angle. So you just have to remember that if you're working with the side of the angels, the side of right, most things work out in your favor. Things that maybe look like new revelations are coming to you, that maybe you're going to understand something you haven't understood before. It seems to be like maybe a spiritual gift to you.
So I get the feeling here, I don't know why, now because I drew the Emperor first, but I'm focused on Judgment, Mama T. And I feel as though, you know what? Right action makes your life right. All falls into place. So basically I feel here that because, of some of the good that you do coming back to you, because what you sow, you reap, that you are suddenly, things are starting to fall in place for you. You're regaining control in your life, and you're feeling more, you're not feeling overwhelmed by circumstance anymore. You're taking control over circumstance. And I think that Five of Wands reversed there is also indicating that some of the stresses that have been surrounding you are easing now.
Yes, that's a good way of looking at that, because I don't necessarily think that it means some sort of, encounter with, competition so much as just maybe the idea that some of that's de-emphasized.
I feel it's easing, and there's more of a cooperative spirit around you. And, maybe if you're fostering that, or maybe others are more willing to work with you now. So, because of right action, is making everything else fall into place. The universe has a way of rewarding us, for the way we are. It's just the bottom line.
So let's do the Lenormand then.
And some people, let's just say, get that Judgment reversed for a reason. He looks so groggy. Oh my gosh, I gave them all catnip last night, and he was sacked out next to me. He was just a goner. He was like catnipped out. Don't forget to like the page. We'd really appreciate that. And subscribe if you haven't. And what do we got here? Mama T. Wow, this looks like the fox. It looks like somebody going back to work. Or some good news about the work front.
How interesting. Nice.
I know. And there's stuff coming in. You know, this is like rewards and positive energy and joy, you know, happening. The bouquet is very, very positive. Could be a gift coming to you.
Yeah, and it could be that maybe the going back to work is a gift.
The other thing is, I know you like to make things. You like to make jewelry, the beautiful jewelry. So the thing is that maybe that's you working on, you know, some more gorgeous pieces here. But I have the feeling, too, it might be about your hubby going back to work and things working out really well.
That's what I think it is. I think it's kind of a gift that it's coming maybe soon, or that maybe, you know, it's just going to seem like more valuable than what it felt like at first.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe it just really opens up some other doors too.
It's just looking very positive right now, Mama T. This whole thing, very, very positive. Happy for you. Good luck with that.
So happy Easter, and thank you.
Hey, Dr. V, it is your turn. So we have Dr. V, and then Sonali, Angel Rivera, Sanjib, Angel Mary, Nivea, Jumps, and Mamalina. All right. Quit staring at the jelly beans. I better eat a couple. Why are you saving all those white ones, Mr. O?
Huh?
They're definitely not my favorite.
I'm just piling them in.
Is this a giant black one?
No, it's grape.
Oh my gosh, I had one of the green spice ones. Those were good. Spearmint.
Yeah, they're spearmint flavored. I figured you would like that one. Dr. Victor.
Dr. V, are you with us? Let me type it in.
Mm-hmm.
Any announcements, Mr. O?
Well, nothing great. Just don't forget to watch both my show on Friday mornings and your show on Sunday mornings. Those handle emotional and material situations in your life, respectively. Also, don't forget, on Wednesdays, I have a short collective reading called Goth Tarot, which sort of explores shadow issues, darker issues, kind of gives them a context for what you do with them in your life. Once a month, we have a modality reading, which is an unusual astrological reading. We think people would really like that, so check that out. And I guess that brings us up to date.
Dr. V didn't leave us a question, did he?
You know, I don't remember. He might have. Sometimes he does that. He said it was a great reading over there.
I'm not seeing it. Okay, we're going to have to move Dr. V to the bottom. And move on to Sonali. You are up.
Okay, and don't forget we have Angel Mary, right?
Yeah, Sonali's right. Sonali, Angel Mary's further down.
Okay, I just wanted
Sonali,
to make sure.
and then Angel Rivera, and then Sanjib, and then Angel Mary, and then Nivea, Junt, and Mama Lena, and Dr. V.
Alrighty. So Sonali.
We'll give Sonali a minute or two. Oh, now I want another green one, and they're gone. Oh, well. I'll try this lemon one. I'm just trying to save him from eating all the jelly beans. Okay, we're waiting on Sonali's question. Sometimes this happens, and then we'll go quicker through the list. People do come and go.
Are you on it? Where is it?
I don't know.
I think he's on it.
I don't know. So, all right, Snelly is not here. Chance to catch up on today's material.
Yeah.
Show you. Oh, well, you'll have to watch it from the beginning. Har har. Ah. So what sign are you again? Are you fire, water, air, earth? I can't. Well, I don't blame you. I understand completely, Kim. As Mr. O retrieves candy, I am going to move on. Okay, so Sonali is not here.
I'm positive that the cat is on it because I can't see it
Okay,
anywhere.
Sonali is not here, so I'm going to move on to Angel Rivera. Your turn. And then Sanjib, Angel Mary, Nivya, Jumped, Mamalina, and Dr. V and Sonali. Aquarius, okay. Gosh, I can't remember. I think you might be having a good week, but I can't remember.
Fire signs did not have a great week.
Aquarius?
Oh,
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
fire
Air signs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, air signs
But I'm
did
just
not
saying
have
that
a good
fire
week.
signs did not have a good week. Air signs had an okay week.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just going to give it up because I'm not going to move him and I can't find it anywhere else. So I don't know where the hell it went to. Yes, it's a piece of chocolate. It fell somewhere.
We're on Angel Rivera now. There it is. General read for the week. Okay. Is that your deck we used last time?
I don't remember.
I'm sure you don't.
I'm only thinking about this cat sitting on my piece of candy.
You know, there are other candies.
I don't want him to sit on candy because it'll probably rub into his fur.
So it was chocolate that was open?
Yes.
I see.
Where have you been the last few minutes?
I don't know.
I do.
You could move him.
It's a bad optic.
Okay, then don't worry. Oh, I didn't. Oh, Sonali did come back. Okay. Sonali, go ahead and type your question. If you're still here, please do it right now. And Angel, we've got your question as a general, so we'll get you after. Thanks, Angel.
It ended up under your laptop.
I kind of figured it wasn't under him. All right. Sonali. I say maybe we move to Angels, because Angels typed his, and we'll do Sonali right after if they come back. Just to move things along. So you can go ahead and type your question, Sonali, but we're going to do Angel Rivera's question, since it's out there. All right.
This was a terrible idea, putting candy on the set.
We've done it before.
Too much candy.
Well, you just got to restrain yourself. Fabhavi Shah, hello, welcome. You can get a reading. We'll add you to the list. But we've got a few names in front of you. All right, let's see what we've got. It's for Angel Rivera. Wow, we got 2 pages here. And that darn, why is the magician coming up so much lately? Here we go again.
And it's reversed. Again.
Our stream will be starting soon. There.
It was being shown.
Got
regardless.
it. The Magician is reversed. Page of Wands is upright. Page of Pentacles is reversed. Interesting.
Could you go first?
Sure. So, Angel, I drew the Magician first. I think I want to focus on that. It's as if, there seems to be a lack of motivation in this week coming up. There seems to be a lack of will, which is a little bit unfortunate because this Page of Pentacles indicates that, hey, there might be something new knocking on your door. It's just that you don't feel very motivated to be able to want to go for this opportunity right now. Now, it's possible that you just might think it's not worth your while. It's kind of like one of these situations of what's in it for me, and you're just not seeing the added value. And so therefore, you just can't seem to put yourself behind it.
I feel like the 2 pages sort of presents an idea of a push-pull situation.
Yeah.
And I think that with the Magician reversed, it could be motivational, but I wonder also, too, if it just sort of feels like you're getting push-pull messages about competency issues or effectiveness issues. And so some of that is coming from external. I don't think that's family people you care about. I think it's possibly work-related. And so maybe they're just suggesting that they want you to do different things, or maybe they're feeling a displacement of energy coming down on them, and so they feel like they have to vent somewhere else too. So like maybe it's a whole crisis in management, and the Magician reverse could kind of suggest that in a way.
Yeah, no leadership, or leadership that just seems to be inept, and it just looks as though there's push-pull here again. I definitely think it's probably work-related, almost, the Pentacles, the Wands, it just seems to lean that way.
That's true.
So to me, it almost looks as though this has to do with some message coming through, whether it's involving something to do with the whole workplace, or it's your particular department in the grand scheme of things. I'm not sure.
So when you throw in the idea of communications, and it could just be saying that this is resulting in ineffective communication strategies that are just not necessarily telling you things, but trying to cover their butt kind of thing too,
In a way.
And so I see that with the Magician reverse, that maybe it suggests incompetence in that regard.
Yeah. It just seems to me it's going to be one of those memos to the whole group, or to your particular, workplace. And, from up high, where we're going to try this, and you just shake your head and like, why? What is the point? What is the purpose? It's not something I feel that you're going to be able to feel like you can get behind,
Yeah, and it just sort of looks like you're going to sort of just be more of a bystander in a way, like you can't really be involved in the effective part of the process. Let's see what the Lenormand says.
Oh, but I do know, Angel. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
There goes my ears.
That was a sign, Banshee. The Great Easter Bunny did not approve.
Back to you, Mr. O.
I think they look darling.
If the ears fit, wear them.
Oh, what? Okay. We have the Sun.
Oh, I grabbed that from the top. I'm just going to go with it. I would just say that, it's not going to be as bad as it looks. Ultimately, it's going to be frustrating, but possibly, there may be a payoff here of some sort. It's weird, you're just going to think this is another one of those management things, but ultimately, I think maybe you could benefit from this in some way.
Well, I'm getting the feeling like maybe you, and possibly only you or very few, will find what the gift is in any of this. That maybe there is a gift in some form, and that you or few others will actually see what the benefit ends up being in that. Like maybe there's a hidden benefit, but only some people are going to figure that out.
Yeah, it's weird. It kind of flies in the face of the other cards we had there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel as though maybe not. That obviously some things on the surface, they look bad and they're very, non-motivating. It's like, oh, yet another thing, yet another layer, But there seems to be some benefit attached to this one. So pay attention to that.
Hiya, Sal.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's what we have for you, Angel. I hope that helps.
I like bunny ears. They are nice. Thanks, Kim.
Sanjib, have you returned? It's your turn if you have. Asel, I'm going to add you, but we're really got a pretty good list here for the end of the day. I think we'll be able to get to you, actually, because some people have kind of disappeared.
Did Sanjib already leave a question?
I don't think so, but you could double check that. Maybe
You're welcome.
they did.
Welcome, Angel.
Some things may indeed pass, and I guess I should ask if Sonali. Yeah, if it doesn't pass, I think people will realize in the end that it was to their benefit. Where it didn't look like it with the way it was communicated. Maybe it's just the way it's being communicated, Angel, because management does not do a good job often of communicating the rationale behind things well. So.
Okay, Sanjib, do not ask the question at that time. It doesn't look that way.
Okay, so I'm asking for Sonali again just to see if they had come back. And so Sanjib might be gone because I'm not seeing... Okay, we'll keep that question in mind when we get to you, Vaibhavi. But we've got a number of names in front of you. So Sanjib is next. Angel Mary, Nivya jumped. Mama Lena, Dr. V. Sonali, if they've returned. Vahabi Shah, and then Asel.
So who's the very next? Sanjib?
Sanjib, but I guess...
Or Sonali. Whoever shows up
whichever
first.
one, but Sonali is further down the list now, so...
Okay, I see.
I'm just going to let them go because we tried to get them back in. If I had seen the name sooner, maybe I could have...
And Vaibhavi Shah, sometimes people start to drop off the list and then that moves you up further the list. So
like, I think Sanjib is gone. Maybe they
The best strategy is always kind of waiting if you can.
Maybe Sanjib will return. They did have a big question, so we'll see. I'll put them at the very end. And we're on Angel Mary. Angel Mary, are you still with us? So after Angel Mary is...
Oh, there's Sanjib.
Oh, Sanjib is here? Okay, Sanjib.
We'll take Sanjib.
All right, go ahead, Sanjib.
I see the question. It's there.
I don't have... Oh, there it is.
Well, how do you want to do that? A straight up yes, no?
Let's try a yes, no first. Your deck? Yes.
All right.
We'll try a yes, no first and see what it's leaning towards, Sanjib. Okay, and then after Sanjib will be Angel Mary. So get your question ready, Angel Mary. We're going to try to fit in everybody. All right. Right here. No. You stay here. You chose to come up this way. He's going to go the other way now. Such a sneaky guy. No, he's going to sit there and be angry. Well, you know, it's the way you asked the question that...
I guess...
Well, it's the way you asked the question, you can't let go. Is it an illusion or not? It is not an illusion. You have a connection. You had a connection. It's saying definite yes, there was a connection. Now, whether that connection is going to lead to something further or not is up for some debate here. You know, because of the reading we sent you, you know that. I don't want to go into details. But let's see. Do you want to do 3 cards on this and see if you can get any more?
I think that the first thing I considered when I looked at your question was I was wondering if there's just this somehow past life, soulmate, other strong connection that somehow puts you two together at a soul level, spirit level, and it's not acknowledged in this lifetime the way you would like to see it. You know, a lot of times from what I do understand of karma, and I'm no expert, I'm not an expert, but sometimes they say that your challenges in life reflect something your soul wants you to know. And so being born in differing cultures the way you are with Esmita, maybe your soul wants to experience the fact that you cannot be together and you have to accept that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I'm just throwing that out there as an idea.
Right, because we keep getting these kind of, like, there is something there, but yet it seems like there's a lot of obstacles there.
Yes. So we're throwing some additional cards just to get more of a feel for the situation.
All right, let's see what we've got.
I'll let you pull them.
All right. Okay, we have the Devil reversed. Oh, wow. We have the complete opposite here, the Eight of Swords upright. But I think I know where this is leading. And we have the Four of Pentacles reversed.
Oh, wow.
Talk about your push-pull here.
Yeah, this is classic.
Sanjib, because we have the Devil reversed, and the Devil is somebody really felt the need to break free. Somebody felt the need for moving on. On the other hand, either that same person or somebody else is afraid to move and is staying where they're at. And that leads us to here the Four of Pentacles, which indicates that it's time to let go.
I also feel, too, that this is the realization that there's something that maybe was too obsessive and that it needed to be released. And so I'm suggesting that maybe is Esmita, or that maybe that is at least a soul lesson for you, is that not that you feel or that I can really characterize it as obsessive, but that there's just something about it that just will not realize exactly the way you want. It has an earthly feel to it because the Devil does represent the earthly matters, the more physical nature of our existence. And somebody has decided that they want to move towards something different. Maybe it's more emotional, spiritual, mental. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's Esmita. I agree with Banshee pretty much on the rest of things here, that somebody also feels they want to stay in the situation. They really could move on. They're allowing themselves to be held there. Maybe they're using excuses. Maybe they just don't understand what they can do to move on, or how they should, or why they should. And that results so in the idea that maybe it is really time to consider that something has to change, and that only people committed to that change can actually make that movement.
There has to be some sort of release here, too. I mean, the Four of Pentacles is about not holding on to something so tightly.
Yeah, it's really about also, too, a release of the material orientation towards that. The idea that things that we enjoy on that physical level maybe are not the things that are giving us more value as a person or as a human being. And so it really is saying I'm losing some connection to only wanting the best things or only wanting my perfect life. I can change the idea and settle for less because maybe I need to.
You know, there's the bouquet.
Which has come up a bit.
And there's the bear. And what I think you may have to consider here is that this whole episode with Asmita, you know, it may not seem like it on the surface, but, you know, whether it works out with Asmita or not, going through this with her was a gift in a way, because it can lead you to be a stronger person ultimately. The bear is about self-empowerment, and I feel like that coming after the bouquet, which is a gift, which is joy, happiness, you know, you really felt something there, and it was real, and it was true. But apparently, you know, it may be time to let that go and, you know, recognize that you are, whether you believe it or not, a far stronger person from going through this experience.
And I'll just say that if that's not actually totally true, or it's really hard for you to understand that, you may find it easier to understand that maybe then Asmita is that bear. Asmita is the person who says, I have to be strong and move on. And
well,
maybe,
that could be.
And maybe she understands that process as the gift to her, that what you had was special, but it's just maybe something that is behind you now, and that maybe she herself is moving on, or that the idea is that you should be.
Well, you know what, Sandra? I never want to say never to anything because the tarot's only a snapshot in time. But I have to say that, you know, the cards that we threw and these are leading in a particular direction. So, I mean, it's up to you to kind of decide, you know, where you want to go from here. And, of course, we wish you luck, whatever that case may be. Maybe it's a matter of you finally just, you know, trying to see if you can contact Asmita and find out once and for all if there really is anything there. Because if the answer isn't, you know, maybe you just need that final answer. And hopefully, you know, maybe you're able to get that.
It's always possible that some of this, specifically, I'm looking at that card, the Devil Reversed, indicates that there is still something that is not quite finished yet. You know, it has a power to it. So maybe the idea, to me, that card epitomizes the nature of this relationship in its change away from you or change towards something else. So maybe you owe it to yourself to really make that connection one last time to figure it out. I think
the cards are saying what they're saying, though, for a reason. That, you know, and sometimes, too, you know, when you hold it, if you let it go, like I said, if it's meant to be, it will come back. So, you know, but without releasing it, it's kind of hard for that energy to, again, move, you know? You know what I'm trying to say?
I do.
I don't know. But that's what we have, and I wish you luck with that, Sanjib. And thank you again for, you know, doing a private reading with us. Really appreciate that. Hey, Angel Mary, you are up. Are you with us? Because I don't see that you put a question in. So last call for Angel Mary, and if not, we'll move on to Nivea. And after Nivea will be Jump, Mama Lena, Dr. V, Sonali, Vahabi Shah, and Asel. We'll get to you, Vahabi. I'm not going to let you down.
Thank you, Sanjib. We want what's best for you, too.
Okay. No Angel Mary? What popped up there? Anything?
No.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move on then to Nivea. You are up.
Oh, can you go over the list again? Jumpa's asking.
Yeah. So we have Nivea, and then Junt, you're right after, and then Mama Lena, Dr. V, Sonali, Vahabi Shah, and Asel. And I don't think Sonali's back, so...
I think a couple there are not back necessarily.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay, so Nivea, we're calling you again one more time.
I know you're here.
How do you know that?
Well, I don't.
I thought we called them before and they weren't here.
Oh.
Don't you remember that?
No.
I do. I think you even wrote it in. Maybe you didn't.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So this is their second time around.
This is their second time around.
Okay,
we are going to move on.
Gonna move on.
Hey, Jump, you are up. It's your turn.
Jump.
Go ahead. Did you type your question in already?
No, I don't believe they did.
Okay.
So go ahead, or just remind us then.
Is it my cards again?
Should be. Jelly beans go pretty far with me.
Should I have a tarot-related question for
right.
readers? Not for the cards, if that's okay.
Sure,
all right.
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely. Shoot.
I will take off my bunny ears now.
That is absolutely okay, John. What's your question?
Oh, that's interesting. Who goes first, you or me?
You. I'm torn between two right now.
I think right now I'm identifying with the Chariot, which is kind of unusual because the Chariot is not always the card that I identify with. But right now I just sort of feel like there is a certain drive in my life that's pushing me somewhere, and or that I'm trying to feel more motivated. And so I feel like with the Chariot, those kind of qualities are sort of what are being amplified there, in a way, exemplified. So that's the card for me at this moment, the Chariot, because I'm hoping to channel a little bit more initiative and stuff like that.
Well, the card for me, lately, I am the Hermit by nature. that is my card. But if I had to pick a card to emulate what I'm going through right now, I would say, excuse me, it's the Fool. The Fool all the way around. And Fool is also one of my favorite cards, but I'm going through some stuff right now. I have a medical journey that I'm on, and I'm trying to get a second opinion, and every move I make right now, I feel has risk attached to it. I feel like I'm on that edge of the cliff, and, I'm jumping off and trying different things to see where I should go, where I land. And I feel there's risks with all of this, but I really have no choice in the matter. So I feel like the Fool is very prominent in my life right now, but also because of our starting our business in more earnest. We're getting our web page together. We're going to be putting together all kinds of other types of programming. We might be doing a blog. So there's just that as well. And we don't know where I don't know where that's going to take me, but I'm hoping it's going to be one great adventure.
And it was an interesting question, and thank you for sharing that. Because in a way, nobody has ever asked me that on the show, or not a whole lot. And it challenges me because, like I said before, I don't always think of that Chariot card. I'm actually kind of like the kind of person that maybe feels like forces just sort of move me and I respond at the appropriate moment. I don't feel like I've always taken charge in certain ways. I know that's not totally true, but it's an interesting way of looking at it.
Well, and let me give you one example about this Fool's journey with the medicine a little bit here. As I wait for my appointment for a second opinion on something, I have to get my second COVID shot. And the thing is, no matter what disorder you have, they are for the most part, they are recommending get the COVID shot because COVID is far worse. But the thing is, I feel with what they're talking to me about, there are risks attached to the shots too for me. But, I have to weigh and, just stand there on the ledge and decide which way I'm going to jump. And I'm jumping to get my second shot this week. So All hope there.
On a normal level, the card that I usually relate to the most from the Major Arcana is probably going to be Major Arcana 10, the Wheel of Fortune. It's always called to me in a way because I sort of feel that sense of destiny, of change, of cycles. In my astrological chart, I have a lot of Saturn influence, and Saturn sort of represents the lessons of time. So sometimes the words I think of to describe myself are overly cautious. She might not think so, but I feel like I take a long time to come to certain things because I just want to be sure.
I like the wheel for other reasons, Mr. O.
You do? Because you're a gambler?
Maybe that's it. A little bit of luck, a little bit of synchronicity.
We need more luck.
Well, thanks for asking that, Jumped. I hope you've been enjoying the show so far, and feel free to come back for readings.
Alrighty.
So, Mama Lena, you are up. You still with us, I hope?
Did Mama Lena leave us a question?
They may have, so double check that. I think they did. Might have been a general.
What is coming in my love life, please?
Oh, something about love life? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then Dr. V, Sonali, and Vahabi Shah, and Asel.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so your deck?
No, yeah, mine. So I think also, just as we're shuffling here, I wanted to say, Jump, that, okay, you are aware of the Fool's Journey. So I feel like we are always on the Fool's Journey, and we're somewhere along that route, in our lives. And also, we have many Fool's Journeys in different aspects of our life. Maybe you've just started a job and you're at that Fool stage. You're about to take the leap and start something new. Or, whatever. We're always on a Fool's Journey somewhere in life is the way I feel about it. All right.
Mama Lena's love life. What's coming?
Okay, what is that? The 10. Whoa.
Yeah.
So, Mama Lena, there's some interesting stuff here. You've got the Sun card, which is very, very nice to start with. Very positive energy in the romance department. And then you have this King of Swords. Who is this? Then we have the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords is reversed.
You did, Sonali.
Sonali, you are just 2 away now, so if you can hang in there, we will call you after, not this reading, after the next reading.
Okay, so something seems to indicate that maybe some things are going to heat up in the love department. I see...
Heat up. Chuckle, chuckle.
I see, good signs of maybe friends who maybe move to other stages with you. Maybe that's the King of Swords. It sort of seems like somebody who is adventurous and also somebody who has a kind of precision thinking. Their mental thing is exemplified. They may be really good at making certain decisions. The Ten of Swords is a little concerning because it may seem to indicate that there's still, something bad happening somehow. I'm stumbling a little bit here because I don't like to see this.
Well, it is reversed.
It is reversed.
I look at this and I could see 2 things here, Mama Lena. I don't know if you're involved with somebody at present. Could be somebody who is an air sign or somebody just, very, very logical, very practical oriented person, knows how to manage things well. Or if this is somebody new you're going to meet, there's some positive energy here, like maybe something is healing or righting itself again, or maybe you might have been coming out of a bad experience and you're going to meet somebody new who will help you in your healing process. Or if you are involved with such a person now and maybe there's been a falling out, I feel like things are starting, there is a way to kind of either, if not mend things, at least leave things in such a way that you feel better about them, you know? In other words, maybe things were left in kind of a very negative way, but you're able to patch that up and either let it go and move on, or maybe find some common ground to try to rebuild things once again.
I also wonder, too, if that maybe we don't have the exact sequence, so that
Right.
maybe this idea, I'm just going to reiterate it, whether you've said it or not, is that some of what's going on with a future prospect is in the aftermath of finishing some old relationship or some old business that maybe, you know, you need that breath of fresh air. You're moving away from something because all was not lost, really, with that Ten of Swords reversed. Well, okay, never mind.
Do you want to just type a question, Sonali? And
I put that in there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's see, Mama Lena. Let's see what we can add to this. See what's going on here.
I mean, I would maybe just look and say that maybe some of this is a sense of an attitude of defeat about the subject relations. And so some of this is really finding the situations that maybe make you start to change your attitude. And the sun sort of indicates that can happen.
I'm just going my way with this one, Mr. O.
Okay. How different are we?
Not that much.
All right.
Okay, we will
Divine
do that
message.
for you.
We will do that. And if you can't stick around, just look for it later. It'll be probably just before the end of the second hour.
Well, we've only got one more reading. We're done with this one. So we have the bouquet. Wow. We have the clover. There's something happening here, and it is positive.
Yeah.
I feel as though, you know, something good is going to come of this situation with this King of Swords character. Either it's going to be a chance meeting if you do not know this person already, or it's if it is somebody you know, things are going to turn around. You know, this person might give you a gift to make amends, or you're just going to think that something beautiful is about to happen or develop with this. I think it's this King of Swords.
It could be that some of this is more perceptual, and maybe it's feelings that maybe will resolve with something else that is more actual, because I sort of see the Lenormand actually indicating events like a gift is coming to you, and or something that will just really be lucky, or the gift shows a sign that your luck is changing. Somehow to me this is tied into the sun. The sun sort of has more lucky aspects for a person.
Well, I feel like this amplifies my message of healing from the Ten of Swords.
Okay.
I feel as though this just means that, you know, you are on a path of healing, and that because I just feel like things are going to be going more your way now, especially in the romance and love department. That if things have not been going well, definitely expect a positive turn of events. And we're going to leave it at that. Mama
Okay,
Lena.
Mama Lena. Good
Thank you
luck.
for joining us today, and I hope you come back so you can hear that reading. And we are moving on to Dr. V. Dr. V, you are up. And after Dr. V is, and this is Dr. V's second time, so if Dr. V is still here, and if not, we'll move on to Sonali.
Dr. Victor.
Dr. V might have just stopped in for a little bit. Do you want to type the name? And
I will.
Okay. So after Dr. V and Sonali will be Vahavi Shah and Asel. We're hitting the bottom now, guys.
Yeah, and we are
15
closing down.
minutes
We're
to
in
go,
our last
but we
15
will
or
go
so
into a
minutes.
little
So
overtime to get everybody in on the list currently. We'll stop with Asel after Asel. I think Dr. V is not here.
give him just a few more seconds. And I think the kitty has gone away for good. I saw him marching up the stairs. That means he's looking for the dark room that he likes to take a nap in.
The dark room is light, though, these days. I open the shades up.
The library?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought he goes into
There's a chair in the library he likes to sit on.
Oh, okay.
I see him in there all
I
the
always
time.
see him in the office.
He gets around, doesn't he?
He does.
All right, Dr. Victor, I think you're not here, so we're going to move on to
Sonali,
who wants a divine message.
Was that your deck we used?
That was my deck.
Okay, got mine out.
And we're going to use the Guardian of the Night Tarot by M.J. Cullinane.
Shuffle.
What's up?
What's up? Dinner soon.
Are you hungry?
Well, I think I gotta be
making those potatoes.
peeling some potatoes soon.
I'll give you moral support. Should I keep that?
I want to see what it is. Let's see. Oh, look at that. The 9 of Cups.
This is for you, Divine.
That is like very, very positive. Divine?
Well, you know what I mean. Your divine message.
Divine message. Let's leave it here.
Sure.
I like it.
Not quite, but we're almost there, honest.
One more reading and we're on you. So hang on. We're doing it now.
This one should be short, too.
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords reversed. We have the Moon upright. And yet we have the High Priestess reversed.
And then, of course, what's that?
Yeah. So I think the Divine is saying that now is the time. You might be getting mixed messages a little bit here. You know, the Divine is trying to tell you to really trust. Maybe you're not trusting those inner messages that you're receiving or your own intuition. And the Divine is trying to tell you, you know, to do that. You know, they're trying to send you signals that now is the time to focus on moving towards what you want, what you desire.
I can't disagree with any of that. I think that the Divine is actually saying that if you start putting these moves into place, if you start awakening to this possibility, this is the time really that will most likely reap some benefits for you. And I think the idea is also from your subconscious that there maybe are things that sort of be contradictory, but try to examine them more, because somehow the fusion of those things really does sort of hold a key for you. I don't know what exactly that might mean, but you probably would.
Well, and let's see what the Lenormand has to say about that, can add to that. See if we get any clue where this is coming from. Maybe you found it hard to break through recent times to get inner messages from the Divine, which is why you're asking us. And I feel that they are trying to say this is the time to act on something. Something that you've really wanted to do or obtain for some time.
That's the 4 of Swords reversed as
Yep.
time to act. And the 9 of Cups is the most likely result. Really something you want that would fulfill you. So we have the Garden.
Man, I am of 2 minds on this one. I should let you go first because I really got to sort this out, but this is interesting.
Well, I think too that maybe something in spirit is saying,
Dr. V, we had to move you down, but we will do your reading.
I think something here says
soon.
that Divine Message Spirit is saying that somewhere is coming something special to you that maybe you hadn't thought about before. It looks to me like maybe there's somebody who really will share a lot of great emotionality with you. I don't know if this is somebody who is a mate or a soulmate, but I sort of feel a strong commitment is coming to you. I wonder if it somehow is attached to this reawakening and moving towards your purpose.
Well, this is either about a relationship or something else. I mean, it is something that you are going to commit yourself to. And, you're going to find it, I feel, how should I say this? Maybe not that far away from where you are right now. In other words, through the people you connect with. Something is going to happen, whether it's a relationship or whether it's you moving towards a goal of yours. It's going to happen through some connections you make. And I feel that that's what they're saying here, is to commit to that.
I'm not sure if our list is closed, but it's good to see both of you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Hot girl
Vic as well. We'll have to see. I'm not sure we can get to you guys today. Maybe we could throw a card for you at the end.
Yeah, we might be able to throw just one card and go at it for a few moments. So if that's worth your while, hang on there. We're near the end, and we still have a few more on the regular list.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes, because sometimes people leave. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Sonali. Good luck with that. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it sounds to me like something's coming to the fore, and it's mostly going to lead you to maybe where you've been hoping it would on a number of levels.
Yeah.
I just think some really unexpected good luck things are happening, Sonali. So,
all right. Moving on from Sonali, we are going to go
Victor?
to... No, we're going to go to Vahabi Shah.
That's right.
And then we'll do Asel and then Dr. Victor. Sorry, Dr. Victor, we had to move you down. We called a few times. If you want to leave your question... He
has.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so we will do the question. It'll probably be a few minutes down from here.
So Vahabi, please put in your question. I don't know if you have already.
I'm going to look for that. But Vahabi Shah, it's now your turn. And I know
then
you've been patiently waiting.
So Asel, you should get your question ready as well. And then who knows? We might be able to fit people in. Okay, man's feelings towards me. Is it love or lust? Is he the one?
All right.
I think we got to throw 3 cards. Why don't you get your mermaid?
All right, Vahabi. And I use the Mermaid Tarot because I feel sometimes that particular tarot resonates towards feelings about love or emotion, strong emotion.
Well, it's got a watery feel.
It has a watery feel.
Strength is reversed.
Okay, Aquarius. And you're the Cancer. Okay. Interesting.
What do you have to say about that?
Well...
Oh.
I know some Aquariuses get along with some water signs. I know some fire signs get along with some water signs.
Yes, we do.
Excuse me. I'll let you pull.
Sometimes we fire signs need a little water. We like steam. Wow.
Okay. Interesting.
I think it's a mixed bag here for sure. We've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed. We have the Tower upright. And we have the 10 of Cups upright. So
this was 3 of Pentacles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think there's a maturity thing for sure, and I think that some of that is about their reluctance to listen to others. They're sort of a little bit of a character that nobody can tell them that. Having said that, I feel that there is some legitimate feeling for you, but I still feel that their immaturity maybe leads them towards making some mistakes that would ultimately hurt people and or themselves, and so they may not be very serious person in terms of an overall ongoing commitment, but they might not be a bad person just for a more casual relationship.
Yeah, it's funny he's saying that. I honestly don't see it long. If it's long term here, I feel that there's a lot of up and downs with this relationship. That there's a lot this person needs to learn about, whether it's being loyal, being committed, maybe wanting a family. Everybody wants this happy ending. The Ten of Cups is this happy ending where, there's a family, there's kind of a family spirit, there's a life together, there's a real solid relationship. But it seems as though there are lessons here that are just not being taken in, or there are cycles that they have to maybe go through yet before they're ready for that phase. I kind of feel like, you would have to make this would be a long-term challenge to try to get this person to come around to thinking more, how should I say this, more stable. Maybe it is about the lust. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do a yes, no on that.
They could be in love with lust, and that's a legitimate love from their point of view, but it doesn't necessarily do anything for a relationship.
Yeah, because that Tower card indicates to me, though, that I feel that there's a willingness here to learn and do that, but it's as if they really don't apply themselves.
They don't apply themselves, and maybe they're not concerned with what other people feel either. That's a big part of that, I think, too. So the other thing is that if people try to say, maybe you should consider this, they may not take that very seriously.
We do a quick yes, no?
Yes.
Let's do that.
All right, so we're going to go with our yes, no.
We're going to do a quick yes, no for you. I just want to ask if this is just lust, if this is, nothing more than lust. Let's just see. Or if there's something more. Now, this isn't the be-all, end-all reading, but it might give us a little more to go on. Shuffle. Get my Lenormand shuffled. All right. Well, okay, so it's not a definite yes. It is leaning towards a lustful kind of thing. And it's interesting here. The Five of Wands is the deciding card, or the card that gives us more information in this reading. The two aces that we got just indicate it's leaning towards yes. So I feel as though they're still maybe, they're focused on maybe more. They're not ready to settle down yet. Maybe they're kind of leading that way, but I'm not sure they're done yet.
They're not in earnest. They have some aspects of wanting to move along with flows, but they're not totally committed. They don't necessarily have the feel for true engagement. They could learn it. They could become more engaged, but right now that's not really a big part of their nature.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's you or if it's somebody else. They may be walking away from something right now that they are attached to, but
so it could just be too that they have too many, or at least one other real specific distraction that kind of keeps them from making more of a commitment or some sort of go at it.
And they have to make their minds up.
Yeah.
Fives are interesting cards. They're often a little bit contentious in the tarot. So there's the fish. Now the fish often means abundance. And there's the ship. And so
you can do better. there's a lot of fish in the sea.
Well, I think it is almost saying that, is that, there are plenty of other people, and, it's possible, but also this could be talking about man's intentions here, is that he is looking, at other fish potentials out there, other moves out there. When the fish comes up in a love reading, I tend to think of that as kind of competition. So is it you? Or is it them, that is moving to look towards others that they could have a relationship
with? You mentioned competition, and the Five of Wands sort of goes towards competitive aspects as well. But it's reversed. Right, it's true. So,
what it might be saying is that this person has to come around to the fact that they need to settle down. And maybe that's just it. They are not completely settled yet. So I'm not going to say it's necessarily all about lust, but it might be playing a big role in their feeling towards you because they haven't learned to really settle down and think of relationships in more of a, stable, more than just a sex way. I said it.
They see a randiness about their character as just emblematic of the fact that they're not ready to make a commitment yet. So they don't necessarily see it as a bad aspect of their character. They think it's just more because they're not ready to commit. So that's what I think is going on too now.
Yeah. Well, sorry I didn't have better news for you there, but hang in there, and you'll have to keep us posted. Come back for, another reading.
I would like to hear more about this. Yep.
So definitely come back. And hey, Acel, you are up, and then Dr. V, and we'll see about our other two, Hot Girl and who's it, Bantika Das? Is that who it is?
And we may just pull one or two cards for the latter. We'll see. Alrighty, thank you. Would like to hear more about that later sometime. That would be fun.
Acel, are you with us? I didn't see that you typed in a question.
There it is.
Oh, it is? Yay, okay.
Okay, Acel, we got you right now.
All right.
So go ahead and grab a deck. Their best friend.
Oh, my. Okay.
I hope that's not going to be distressful. And you're welcome to Hobby.
It's interesting. I don't know if it's just because it's Aries season, but it's a lot of conflict lately. It seems like a lot of people are concerned about conflict in their relationships. And I've noticed that.
Well, I hope we're not headed towards any weird astrological stuff too,
I think this is a quiet period right now. We're in the middle of kind of a quiet period I think we're in the middle of it, though, like a 6-week period of not too much happening.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it?
So now that the taxes are almost done, I'm going to focus on that
the webpage with me?
Well, that too, but the new bit of other software that I want to get involved in because that will enhance our live streaming experience.
All right.
Oh, I'm supposed to cut.
You were supposed to cut. All right. Okay. So we have the 3 of coins upright. It's a good place to be. We have death upright, which may or may not be a good place to be depending on your question. And then we have the Ace of Coins reversed. So what do you think this means about how they feel? How Kimbat thinks about Acel?
Well, there may be some changes. I don't know that it's really going to affect the relationship surface-wise so much. I think there might be some deeper changes in terms of some things, but it may be possible that your friend is mostly just going to focus on themselves, I think, right now, and maybe just sort of wait for the cycle to change. I sort of think they're going to play a little bit of a waiting game. I don't think that they've discounted you totally, but maybe they are a little hurt or a little bit, feeling like holding back a little bit and focusing on themselves more.
Well, I feel like things are going to shift and change a little bit, Acel. I feel like there is some disappointment here, that there's a feeling of being, let down, that maybe something just did not go the way it was, as planned. There's a disappointment here in how things have worked themselves out. Maybe some new beginning that's gone bad. I feel here too that somebody really needs to be made to feel appreciated more. I feel like they need to feel like they want more respect, and they feel like maybe they've lost it. The Death card might just be indicating that this is the change that may be necessary, to patch things up.
Right. It may be saying that you'll have to, come forward and kind of be a little bit more accommodating in certain respects, and maybe indicate, forgiveness or, your need to apologize.
So, in order...
No, Dr. Victor.
You're next, Dr. V. In order to get this thing upright and to grow again, I feel the change is necessary, and maybe actually what this card is saying is, mutual respect again has to be reestablished.
Okay.
Bam! That's what I think is going on here, because I think you both are deserving of respect. So whatever went wrong here, respect has to be brought back into the equation.
And so the key card is death, because it indicates things have to change somewhat, and that they most likely will, so.
Death is a positive sign of that, but let's see, of course, what the Lenormand will add to this.
Excuse me.
Are you tired?
No, not at all.
You can nap while I get the potatoes going.
Oh, I'm sure I'll find something to do.
Okay. So is this a woman we are talking about by chance, or this could be you? I think they said she. She, okay. Somebody is isolating themselves. This is the Tower card. I drew the Tower card, and I drew the Lady. So I feel like somebody is kind of setting up walls, kind of setting themselves up to isolate right now, which really doesn't help, So I feel that sometimes solitude is a good thing. Sometimes you need that space between each other, but I'm not so sure that's such a good thing in this case here.
Right. I think your friend is going to enact a little bit more remoteness at this time, and I don't know, I can't tell for sure that you've totally destroyed your relationship. I don't feel that way, but I feel you're going to have to be patient and maybe wait a little bit longer, or maybe do more minor things to address the issue. I don't think large overtures will work right now. I think they mostly do need to be alone.
Yeah, maybe they need their space.
They just may eventually need to quietly know that you're still, there and holding a space for them.
And that you want to talk about things and work them out. That's what we see, Acel. It does look a little bit challenging, but not impossible. I really feel mutual respect is the key in trying to reestablish that. And good luck with that.
Okay,
and
Dr.
V, what is the question?
About his, something, here it is. Whoops.
I got out of my, there we go.
What does he need to know about future work at JSL?
Okay.
Looking positive so far.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to grab my my cat people, and we'll do that one.
Okay, so we got Acel, we got Dr. V, so we'll be on Hot Girl and Abonatica. We are in overtime right now. I didn't even realize we're 10 minutes into OT.
But those will be our final 2 after
Yep.
Dr. Victor. Okay, and thank you everyone for being here this afternoon.
If you haven't done it already, please like our page. We really appreciate that. And subscribe.
Yeah, you two stick around, Hot Girl and Abantika. Stick around, please.
Okay, this is our last.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure. Thank you.
All right. There. It's the Cat People Tarot.
Dr. Victor.
All right, Dr. V.
King of Swords reversed. Knight of Wands reversed. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm. This is, just refreshing.
And then the Eight of Pentacles reversed.
Oh, yeah. Well, everything is looking positive except our cards. Let's see what this could be about here. I just think things are off to a slow start. Whether things are, it may take a while to really acclimate to the job. I feel the Eight of Pentacles reversed shows a little bit of a struggle here in, getting into the swing of working there. I feel that the Knight of Wands just indicates there are some delays going on, some slowness.
I think that there's a possibility that there may be a couple of minor personality things, maybe with somebody who doesn't totally feel like they trust you, and it might be more of a personal thing than any other reason at all. It could just be competition in the workplace kind of thing. But I also think too that maybe somebody who is feeling that way maybe just has their own idea about what some of your training skills or credentials are, and so they're just mostly, I think, being a little bit nitpicky. Once again, I mostly think that nobody totally regrets any decision with you. They may just be waiting for something else to kind of give a direction, because maybe their direction for you is not totally final. Like maybe they still sort of have some options for where they might place you or what involvement they might put you in.
Well, it's funny he mentions that, because when I'm looking at the King of Swords, I'm thinking, there may be some communication difficulties with with people who might be more authority figures in this organization. It's just that either they're not communicating the intent effectively, it could be, or they're just not really, they're not giving you information fast enough that you need to do your job, appropriately, or maybe to learn your job, because the Eight of Pentacles is often about, that's what I'm thinking, apprentice
skill training, right?
Skill training. So like you might get off the wrong foot starting there because of maybe not some good training things in place.
Right. A lot of times this happens with some corporations, that maybe there should be more of a mentoring that goes on, and so maybe they don't have a mentoring path perfectly set for you. So that may be the kind of thing that you'll have to figure out how you can invoke that for yourself, or see where that opportunity will end up being. So we're going to throw the Lenormand now and see what else that might tell us.
Well, okay, the first card I drew was the Heart, which is a nice sign here. But the second card is the Clouds. So I think that once the dust settles, Dr. V, and the confusion kind of alleviates, these early days, at a new job, that I think you'll really love it there. I think that you will find some good things happening for you there. You'll just feel content. But it's going to be a little bit of time getting there. Things seem very illusory or confusing at the get-go. But once you get through that period, this kind of period here, and everybody's kind of learning how to work together, and you fit in with the flow, things will work themselves out.
Right. It's a process of acclimation. And I think, too, that the reason the Heart shows up there is that to the degree, without looking like you're pandering, that you show your care for the job, that the fact that you really do like your work, that always will work too, with people understanding and relating to you better.
So that's what we have for you, Dr. V. I hope that helps.
Thank you, Dr. V.
Now we've got our last two. We've got Amantica and Hot Girl.
Okay, and...
well, do we just want to run 3 cards quick for each?
Yeah, we're going to do 3 cards for you, too.
Okay, Amantica, you are first. Do you have a specific...
No, I think Hot Girl was first.
Oh, was Hot Girl first?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do Hot Girl first.
Alrighty.
Did you have anything specific? A message about healing yourself. Okay.
All right. Very cool. And you're welcome, Dr. Victor. Have a pleasant afternoon or evening. And we'll do your question right after, Abatika.
All right, here you go. Shuffle. All right.
Here we go, Hot Girl.
Healing self. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. But then we have the Queen of Cups upright. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So, I don't know if when you're speaking of healing yourself, a message about healing yourself, if this is mental, physical, spiritual, I sense an emotional aspect here. That you need to heal something heart-related, emotionally related to move on. Or does this have something to do maybe with some familial illness of some sort, an inherited thing, condition? I sense that's possible here as well. And I feel that...
Queen.
Yes, but I feel that... I was just trying to see, it was the cups. I feel that you maintaining emotional stability is paramount to healing this. And because if you're thinking clearly, and if your emotions, if you're working out of your logical brain as opposed to your emotional side, but... Well, I take it, see, this is the problem I'm having. We have a dichotomy here. It's something out of balance, and you need to regain control of it, your emotions, in order to tackle what it is you need to heal, if that makes sense to you. I think I finally just got it.
Well, I'm wondering if you somehow are positioned here in the middle, because there are 2 different aspects. One is maybe this somehow involves to some degree your family, your network, whatever gives you some amount of foundation in your life, however you want to call that, and then maybe the actual emotional hurt or pain that somebody maybe more in particular is feeling. Maybe that's yourself. So I don't know if it's exactly physical illness, but I wouldn't rule that out. I sort of feel that what Banshee said is true, that you have to find ways to be the person of emotional responsibility as well as stability. And that you're called upon really to be more responsible for others too, and to care for others too, even if you're the one who needs some amount of caring for yourself.
The Queen is a very nurturing card, and maybe in this case, the Queen is saying, really, it is time to put yourself first, above any kind of family dramas, above any other kind of things that are going on around you. If you really want to heal, then it's time to put yourself first, I hate to say it. Yes, others need nurturing, but if you are hurting, you have to take care of you. You can't help anybody else until you take care of you first. So let everything else go and focus on what it is you need to do.
Nothing here says you won't be successful. It actually says you will be, despite everything else. That maybe, you are called to feel strongly about those around you, however you term them, and or your more specific heart pains too, but you are putting yourself there. And you know what? Others will just have to understand that about you. You may be the matriarch or the head of your clan, but sometimes others have to understand that the glue that holds everything together, even if it's just maybe differing levels, it also needs to be fortified from time to time too.
So then I have the clouds here, and I have the gentleman. Now the gentleman can be somebody you know, a family member, it could be a lover, it could be a person in a relationship. And I feel that, something may need to be healed here. I don't know if this has to do with the family drama maybe, but I do sense that something may shift and change to in a more positive direction. Because in a regular Lenormand, the light side of the clouds would be facing.
On the right,
yeah. So I almost feel like some confusion, some clarity is needed. Maybe this person is a doctor. Maybe this is a therapist. This is a counselor. This is some kind of outside advisor who might be able to help you clear up this confusion. So I would suggest to you that it is possible you may need to consult with, a professional in order to heal.
And I think, too, that even if it is not necessarily medical, and we are not allowed to give medical advice,
well,
but I do feel...
We don't.
Well, I mean, we're not medical professionals. We can only tell you what we feel. And
what the tarot say.
Right. And so with the Lenormand here, I think this represents either a person or a thing, just a philosophy you undertake in yourself that will heal your heart. Because I think that that's a big part of this too, that despite whatever physical ills are going on, there's a part of your heart or emotionality that also needs to be healed.
Hey, and that's what we have for you at the end of the day. I hope that helped. Hot girl. We're going to move on to Avantika's question, who also has a big question here. All right, so let's see what's going on. You just want to know what's coming in the next week and see if it's anything kind of ominous or...
Happy Easter, hot girl.
Or positive. Happy Easter, your cards, Mr. O.
Alrighty, so we're going to go with the Golden Dawn again.
Okay. And everybody, thanks again for joining us today on this Easter Sunday. Appreciate it. Sundays are always a busy day, though, so really check us out Thursday evenings if you can from 7 to 9 p.m. It's been a little bit quieter on Thursday nights, so we can certainly, get the readings in for everybody. And not go into too much overtime. All right. Well, I don't see anything negative here per se, but I will say one thing. Your very first card, Amantika, is the Wheel of Fortune, which does mean there is some fateful turn of the wheel happening. But look at this. You have the Ten of Pentacles, but this time that card is upright, unlike in Hot Girl's reading. And we have the Two of Pentacles upright.
Maybe you're numb to the sense of awe or wonder that looks like it may be moving towards you quicker than you might imagine. The the Wheel of Fortune indicates maybe a dramatic turn in your cycle, most likely bestowing good luck or good events. And Ten of Pentacles is always a good sign for solidarity and for feeling you're founded with your sense of family. However that goes, again, like I said, with Hot Girl and others, that you feel protected. You just feel secure, whether it's because there's a lot of money or not. Two of Pentacles, to me, just says you understand this, or you will come to understand this, and you will feel that your world is balanced because of this fortune and luck and sense of security.
Well, the wheel is a funny thing. I know you feel numb, but this is looking like some turn is happening that's going to be on the more positive end of things, whether it's related to work, career, or money. The 10 here, it says wealth, but it can mean family money. It just means like he said, I like the solidarity feeling here, but the Two of Pentacles is like a balance and a harmony. You're able to finally maybe juggle things a little better. That things, it looks like, are going to improve.
Maybe you're numb just because you didn't expect this to happen or quite like this, you know.
Well,
but it does seem really like this is only positive. There doesn't seem to be anything really negative here. So you need to come back and tell us if that worked or not.
I know, because I hope it's nothing bad. I sense a lot of positive energy here and balance, especially in the material side of life. Something very growthful.
So we're going to do 2 more cards from our Lenormand just to see what kind of other clarity it might give us. Sometimes the Lenormand, it gets more specific to actual events, whereas the tarot may be more thematic. Not always, but something. Ooh. I asked for it, eh?
So here's where the tricky card comes in. We have the snake, and then we have the bear. To me, what this indicates is that somebody might actually be a little jealous of what's going on with you. You know, there's somebody here who isn't all that happy about you having all this positive fortune coming your way. The bear shows you as being very self-empowered right now. So you know what? Focus on that. There also may be somebody who might, be a more protective energy. It could be a female energy that is, helping you look at a situation where there may be some snakiness or duplicity going on. I feel like you have an ally. I definitely feel like you have an ally working for you.
I think the snake is talking to a reveal from or about the client that may be coming that will sort of give you that idea, like that's what you were sensing and that you didn't believe it could be that. But in general, somebody's got your back, even if it's just another aspect of yourself, being the bear is your own empowerment, or it could just be another partner in your business or somebody who would be able to help you with this, because all other aspects look pretty darn good.
Yeah, there's always someone who's looking out for themselves, and I get that with that snake card, that it's somebody who's just going to be kind of jealous of, some success that you have. I see nothing but positive stuff here, and I am hoping we're right for you, Avantika, so good luck with that.
And I just want to say that I think that I'm getting a psychic that the snake is a reveal from or about the client. I don't know what it actually means, but it's like something you didn't expect, something that maybe changes your consideration with what you're doing with them. That's all.
Okay, I'm not going to go that specifically there because I'm not sure. But all I can say is Pentacles upright, Wheel of Fortune. This looks very, very positive for growth.
It does.
So good luck with that. I hope it works out. And that's it. We're done.
You're very welcome, my dear. Thank you, too. Happy Easter to you.
Hey, we're not perfect, but in this case, I hope we are.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to hear about it, so remind us.
And thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Do check out our other content on our YouTube channel. Our Material Matters video went out today, and
yeah, this one's hot. So
in our emotional exchanges from Friday, we reversed roles for April Fool's Day. It was a lot of fun doing that, so check it out.
And we love being here with you guys, so do support us, share, subscribe, etc.
And we will see you next Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thanks, Angel.
And if not, see you next Sunday. Bye, Angel. Thanks, everybody.
Kitties rule one more time. Happy Easter.
Bye-bye.
Is that my butthole? Is that nice? Did you hear that?
I did. Is that from outside?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I thought it was my butt gurgling or something.
Something
Another
like
great
voices.
show. Thanks, Kim. Tell her thanks.
Aw. All right, Shadow, pick up. Which one?